talking with him. It's like, quit playing, you better go somewhere.
I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't either. Don't get attitude with me. We'll just stop right there. That's good.
Conflict is ever present. Sometimes it's a minor disagreement where only harsh words are exchanged. But in some cases, tensions can boil over, and the consequences are not only devastating for those involved, but for their families and the community as well. These sorts of problems need to be addressed before they spin out of control. This is where Pax United makes a difference. Pax United was originally founded in 1989 as Peacemakers Unlimited, with the goal of promoting positive resolutions to conflict in schools and communities. From peers making peace to anger management services, Peacemakers Unlimited's programs were intended to act as a sort of virtual safety valve for the community. In 2002, the name was changed to Pax United, but the mission remains the same. Since its inception, Pax United has helped over 5,000 schools in 28 states. Juvenile justice centers and community-based organizations establish effective dispute resolution programs through training and technical assistance using the Peers Making Peace model.
It's just students helping students with their situations that they can't work out themselves.
Just people talking to each other and listening.
It's where we help each other work out problems and teach each other how to be independent and work our own problems out.
We're all kids, so it's better than like adults helping kids because they might not understand it as well as other kids.
And I think they feel more comfortable coming to people who are the same age and understand what's going on.
And along the way you meet new people, like you learn about people's personalities and how they are and their true colors and everything. And basically that's what it's about, helping people solve their problems.
It really can increase the school culture as far as bringing it to a norm and making it feel like a family atmosphere.
What got me interested is I like helping kids and helping them with their situations and making it better. And so I thought this was a really good opportunity for me to do it, and so I volunteered.
My sister was a peacemaker her senior year, and she said she had a lot of fun. So she told me about what all they did and how they kept peace throughout the school, and I really got interested in it. So I decided to be a peacemaker.
I see there's students out there that are lost, you can say, and I know how they feel. I can relate to them.
It really changed my life. Coming up in school, I used to always get in trouble. I get suspended, get calls home from the teacher, and I used to just be a real bad actor and a problem child. And so when I got in the peer mediation program, it kind of changed me. And ever since then, I decided when I got to the high school, I wanted to be a peacemaker.
It's a challenge sometimes, but you have to be up to the challenge to be a peer mediator.
You need to understand the people. You have to understand what their issues are, and you have to be in their place to know what is actually happening.
We want to try to get as many people from different groups in the school as possible to get different perspectives.
And that means gender, race, socioeconomic, all those different areas you want to make sure you cover because everybody needs somebody to listen to.
I've just become like a better listener through it, like just with my family and friends, just being able to hear what they have to say instead of cutting them off all the time. And so you really get to know a person better.
I've learned how to be more responsible and respectful to others' opinions, and I've learned like lots of things. And it's not just going to mediations and learning things. You learn things outside of that. You learn from your friends, your teachers, your parents. You learn from everyone.
It's a lot of kids going through a lot these days who can't talk to people about it, can't talk to their parents, and we give them somewhere where they can just talk.
One thing is that we learn is not giving advice, because we're not, how they say, we're not counselors for them. We're going to help them solve their own problems.
You're not supposed to give advice. You're supposed to help them figure out the problems themselves and just ask questions that would get them to where they need to be.
Let them tell the story, because if we're the ones telling it, then there's no point in them being there, because it's their conflict, it's their problem, not ours. We're just here to listen and help them solve it, basically.
When they listen to each other, they know more what happened between each other.
All the mediations we do, it seems like all the people get really comfortable when they come to mediation, rather than if they're just talking to their friends or amongst themselves. They seem like they can open up more.
It's helping the kids who get lost find a place. And we've got people who are trained in seeing who those people are, finding the people who need a friend and bringing them in.
And when you help people, it makes you feel good inside, and it helps them too, because they know that you actually want to sit down and listen to things that they have to say. Not very many people do that. So it's helpful to you, and it's helpful to that person too.
The violence that occurs in our schools are really the extremes, I think, that happen when human beings have been in environments where they don't feel cared for, connected, and have an outlet to solve their differences.
One of the wonderful things about this program, and one of the reasons it has such a profound impact on a campus, is that because the disputants themselves come up with a solution, that dispute doesn't come up again and again and again like it does when we just tell the kids what to do, or we tell the kids to leave each other alone.
But not only are the kids in the general population being touched, but the kids who are the mediators are being touched. The kids come back and they're seeing students through different eyes. They're seeing kids that they can help. They're seeing kids with their problems, and they're not just a troublemaker in school anymore. It's a kid who's hurting that someone else can help.
They have a skill, and it's been a real reward to them watching them grow through this program, become more independent and more, the right word would be more secure in their sense of their abilities.
The mediators themselves, because they're teenagers and because they're mature and responsible, they know what needs to happen for their peers to work out the problems. It's pretty cool.
One of the reasons Peers Making Peace is such an effective program is that it is peer-led. Students who are having conflict, the disputants, are led through a simple process during which they say what is troubling them, how they feel about it, and what they need to have happen to alleviate their anger. The disputants make all decisions about what a good solution to their disagreement would be. The mediators help them develop this solution without the need for compromise, but rather so that both get what they need.
It's a non-judgmental process where nobody's the dictator or the judge and jury. It's just simply kids helping brainstorm, if you will, ways to work out everyday problems.
It's there for the students to actually sit down and learn how to talk their problems out. That's one of the main things that, kids especially don't understand, that it's good to always learn how to talk about your conflict.
You are taking on a role of helping people get along with each other. They just happen to be the same age as you, and you go to class with them.
The Peers Making Peace program has been highly successful, with the participating schools seeing significant drops in discipline referrals, assaults, and expulsions. Of the mediations that took place, over 95% resulted in an agreement.
You feel you want to go to school now. You don't have to feel like you always have to watch your back. It's a safe place.
still more needs to be done, not just in the schools, but in our own backyards. Like ripples in a pond, change also moves outward, reaching across the community, bringing with it a message of peace.
At the very lowest levels, conflict is distracting.
You can't get from survival mode, from the stress and physiological changes that happen when you have conflict or you witness conflict just because a tardy bell rings.
Peer mediation is an excellent program to help peers help other peers solve conflicts.
We are teaching students lifelong skills that they'll be able to use not only in the school setting, but then when they graduate, when they go on to college, when they go out into the business world, in their home environment.
When we started the Positive Action Center, that got us a lot more mediations because we were having mediations between teachers and students and between students that had problems. So that the Positive Action Center really helped us with our mediations.
If I can teach them at this age to handle some of those daily sort of disputes and disagreements we get into and carry that forward, I feel like the program's done what it's designed to do, and they've also learned a great skill because, as you know, and I know, even in adulthood, we have disagreements and irritations and conflicts that the skills that they have learned in this program will help them handle in the future.
I think that from the days of being an assistant principal and a principal, I got to experience firsthand the benefits of less discipline referrals and less conflict fights, especially in middle school. There's always lots of fights at middle school. And once we moved to a strong peer mediation program, our students were just opting to ask for mediation instead of meeting on the parking lot after school.
Everywhere we go, every kind of school, every kind of organization get results that are amazing to us still. One thing is that discipline referrals drop 60 to 80%. Academic performance is increased by almost 20%. Tardies and absences are reduced by 74%. Assaults are reduced by over 90%. Dropout rate is reduced.
The truth is, I could have retired 2 years ago, but getting to work with those kids and getting to see also that extension into our whole school environment makes it exciting for me, and that's why I'm still here.
Change is possible. Our goals are attainable. Through Peers Making Peace, we can make our world a better place, one community at a time.